If you didn't see this matchup coming, I don't know what to tell you. This is my High Trail F150. It weighs 1.3 kilos. It's got a 3D printed camper body, and it's got pretty much every upgrade you can get from Endura. The only stock parts, I believe, are the skid and the body. It's got a 3D printed interior. If you look closely in there, you can see it's running at the moment a stock 2S battery. I'll be swapping that out in a minute for a 3S. It's running the world's heaviest wheels with the newish Mius Racing Super Bouncer tyres. I'm really impressed with these. So far on the trails, these have been absolutely fantastic. Going up against it today is my FairRC modded Unimog. It's running the 3D printed FairRC camper bed. We've got Batrazi wheels and tyres, Batrazi brass parts underneath with Endura outer portal housings. We've got a stock servo, stock ESC receiver and motor, Batrazi oil-filled shocks, and as it sits there, it probably weighs half what the F150 weighs. With the rear wheels roughly lined up, the Unimog has a much shorter wheelbase. I don't know which one's going to be the underdog here. Let's find out. I'm going to name this obstacle the Root Carrousel. So we're going to come up and over these roots and follow the path around that tree. Up there, and there's a pretty big rock at the top. And, well, the plan is to get up and over it. We'll see. F-150's up first. Wish it luck. I think it's safe to say this rig really suffers with its turning circle. I think it's mostly because of those big tyres. I have to set the end stops quite short just to keep it from undoing the preload adjusters, is what I was trying to say. I don't know if this is going to be a good idea. I might back up and just come across the rock a little bit. Fell over at the last hurdle. So that's the F150 done. One rollover, and I'm not going to count points for reversing because it would be 4 million. It's the turn of the Unimog. This rig's going to suffer, I think, with its short wheelbase and much smaller tyres. Just to try and avoid the big roots, I'm going to take a slightly different line. I'm going to come back down the hill and then try and do a U-turn here. And go back over these roots that are smaller. Try and run a wheel up that route if I can. There we go. Try a bit more wheel speed. Sorry about the noise in the background. Joys of being in the woods is woodland activities happen. I think they're felling a load of trees. That's okay, I'll cope with that. Oh dear. I'll try again. No. Okay, there's an alternative line. Ooh, servo saver got stuck there. Oh no. That's one rollover for the Unimog. I've got it stuck now. There we go. I'm going to try a slightly different approach angle and get, if I can, no. Oh dear, that's going. No, it's not. It's just pushing those front wheels over. See ya. Now I make that 1-0 to the F150. Let's move on to the next obstacle. We're at the usual trail section. F150 first again. Now I'm just going to do my usual. I'm going to pick a line through and then try and match it with the Unimog. If you've seen previous episodes of This versus That, you might recognise this little tree gap. Both of my 1/10ths couldn't do it. Let's see if a 1/18th can do it. I'm going to let it off that one. I think it just came a cropper on the soft leaves there. You can see it's not much of an angle. I think it just sort of bounced a little bit over the fallen leaves. Looks like it's dragging half the forest floor with it. Oh, I might have messed this line up here. Yeah, I did. I'll give it another shot at redemption. So that's 2 minor mishaps for the 150, and it made every line I tried. Time for the Unimogs go. Oh dear. Try a bit more wheel speed. Oh. Try a different line. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'll let it off that. Can it get up the hill to the tree gap? Oh, I thought it was going to make it then. Gutted. Try and back out of it and see if I can reposition from there. Oh dear. I'll give it one last go. Make sure it gets up and over that last little root. Nah, it's just making it pivot round. Okay, we've skipped that section. Let's see if we can get up and actually past the tree. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Let's try a slightly different line. I think we'll be pushing our luck for grip, but... Oh, and side hill. Oh, go on. Right, we skipped past the tree. Can't make that one with this. Let's carry on. Again, that short wheelbase is hurting us. See if we can just power through it. There we go. Lovely. Nearly. There we go. No. Nearly. There we go. Right, this one has got a lot better turning circle than the 150, so it's going to one-shot that line. Lovely job. Now, I think the point's got to go to the 150 there, but it was a valiant effort by the Unimog. Just take a look at the difference in the size of the tyres. It's hardly surprising that the Unimog's getting stuck on some of the smaller bits. It's difficult to find a spot that shows this off as well, but look at the difference in the ground clearance there between the Unimog at the back and the 150 at the front. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've really struggled to find obstacles that these trucks can do that aren't just boring. The rock slab that I usually test at, complete no-go for both trucks. The roots at the top of the big rock with the fall on one side, again, complete no-go for the Unimog. There's no mud at this time of year for some reason. I've had such It's just done its football impression again. Like I was saying, there's no mud at this time of year. It's really out of character that we've had such dry weather. Yeah, mud would be a great test for both of these. So which one gets the style point? I think they're both very unique in their own little way. Obviously the Unimog is a bit more of an off-the-shelf conversion, and the 150 is a custom designed 3D printed addition to an off-the-shelf truck. I think if we were awarding the point on scale, it would be awarded to the Unimog, and I think if it was awarded on style, it would be awarded to the 150. From memory, I think it's the 150. Hardly surprising given its massive tyres, massive ground clearance. This little Unimog definitely had a weight advantage, but little tyres, no ground clearance, not as much low down weight. I mean, this thing's got aluminium axles, literally every piece of brass you can fit, except stainless links, these aluminium on the back. It's got the brass C-hubs, brass steering link, brass, try and focus, there we go, brass diff cover. It's got the brass knuckles with the additional brass weights screwed to them. And of course, these ridiculously overweight wheels. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, leave a like, and please don't forget to subscribe. And I'll catch you next time on the trails.